I smell rabbit.
Greetings! Welcome to the Citadel of Regzar. Would you be interested in taking on some commissions?
Are there any easy jobs where we can earn loads of mora for just standing around? Oh, better yet, for just sitting around? That's the kind of task we're interested in now.
We don't currently have any commissions like that. However, I do have some relatively simple requests from residents that will pay several thousand mora.
Really? That's all? That isn't nearly enough for Paimon. Yeah, Effendi, are there any high-paying commissions?
Ah, I see. Let me think. Spontamod recently initiated a research project on the ley lines and is looking for paid volunteers. There are several researchers in Spontamod who specialize in studying ley lines, so there is a great demand for ley lines data. Researchers often need to enter They have been understaffed for some time, even after recruiting a good number of their own students. So, now they've turned to recruiting large numbers of volunteers. They offer substantial pay, but they also have strict requirements for the quality of the volunteers. Yes, let's walk through the recruitment process. First of all, are you proficient with one or more types of weapon? Very good. How's your understanding of elements? Are you capable of using elemental powers? All right, I'll put you down as the traveler, right? Okay, I finished the registration. I'll be coordinating the necessary supplies and payments for volunteers later. You'll have to find Gafoor for more details about the job. However, he has an important visitor today, so I don't think he'll be... According to the standard protocol for receiving visitors, he will most likely bring the visitor to the Puspa Cafe. You can go there and talk to him when his time with the visitor has finished. He sounded like he was in quite the rush to recruit volunteers when he contacted me, but now...
Do you still remember what the coffee's like here?
Of course. How could I forget? It used to be my go-to drink here. Listen, Gafoor. I suppose I should call you Professor Gafoor now. We're old acquaintances, so how about we stop beating around the bush, hmm? First you wanted to catch up, and now the coffee. If you have something to say, just say it.
Oh, that's Gafoor. He's the one we're searching for. But he seems to be busy talking with someone else. Maybe we should wait for them to finish.
Oh, well, it's nothing really. It's just that ever since you left the academia, our original projects and plans have lost their backbone, so to speak. Cyrus is also disappointed. He's always valued you as a proud disciple. To be honest, it's a real shame that you left the academia, Lisa. With your wisdom and intellect, had you stayed in the academia, you would have become a herbad by now.
Hold on. That's Lisa! The librarian Lisa! Our Lisa! Paimon heard that Lisa had studied at the academia before, but that was a long time ago.
If I'm reading the situation right, you're reminiscing about the past to convince me to come back.
Well, I heard that you're currently the librarian for the Knights of Favonius in Mondstadt. If you ask me, that's a tragic waste of your talents. Why waste your time and energy on something as trivial as taking care of a library? Your time is much more valuable than that. If you're willing to come back to the academia, I have plenty of projects for you to preside over right away. The academia needs people right now, and some of these projects are quite important.
Yawn. So all this talk is to convince me to come back. I'm guessing Professor Cyrus doesn't know that you're talking to me about this.
As a matter of fact, he has long wanted you to come back and work at the academia.
Is that so? You know, Professor Gafoor, it isn't a good idea to lie to people. Our teacher knows exactly why I left the academia after only 2 years. He would never ask me to come back, giving up my life in Mondstadt and returning to the academia as a spontamod researcher. The price of seeking wisdom is no longer something I'm willing to pay. So please, don't bother trying to get me to come back.
Wow! So Lisa used to be a spontamod researcher? Paimon's never heard her mention it before.
Besides, taking care of a library is important work. I've never considered it a waste of my time. Wisdom is hidden in every corner of the world. Never underestimate wisdom, no matter how small it may appear. That's what our teacher always said. A good scholar wouldn't overlook the small details, Gafoor. I'm sorry. I'm still not used to calling you Professor. Nevertheless, the underlying meaning of what you just said is, and there's one other detail you probably haven't noticed. Is there anything we can help you two with?
Hello, Lisa?
Well, if it isn't you two. Long time no see, cutie.
Excuse me, but what business do you two have here?
Hi, boss. PUBG Mobile.
Well, actually, we're here to participate in a research
बहुत
project
weird
on
name है.
ley lines for Spontamod. We just finished registering with Effendi.
A research project on ley lines? Oh, darling. You haven't joined the academia, have you?
Alright, Effendi told us a research project is looking for paid volunteers. That's what we came to see Gafoor about.
Paid volunteers? Gafoor, is the academia really that understaffed? Or are there projects that insist on the use of outsiders?
No. The paid volunteers are for a conventional project to monitor the ley lines. All operations follow the prescribed safety protocols. We rely on a lot of manpower to collect the data. There's no way around it now. But if only you would agree to come back and preside over some matters, we wouldn't have to go through all this nonsense.
If memory serves me right, collecting ley lines data requires investigators to go deep into domains, which can be dangerous.
We've seen our fair share of combat since leaving Mondstadt. Exploring a domain is like a...
It's been so long now. I can only imagine what wonderful stories you have to share.
so there's nothing to worry.
Since you two are here to apply for the project, then please wait a moment.
I'm sorry, Gafoor. My answer is still no.
Aren't you even a little bit interested?
I have never regretted my decision to leave the academia. I don't think that will change in the
I thought after all this time you would have a different answer. But you're still as obstinate as ever, Lisa. You've made yourself clear. I'll only make a fool of myself if I keep insisting. In that case, I still have unfinished business to take care of, so I'll take my leave. See you at the Darshan reunion in a few days.
Yes. Don't worry. I'll be there on time.
As for you two, please come see me later in the Mautiima forest when you're free. We'll need your help with the volunteer. Oh, and one last thing.
Yes?
I wish you the best of luck in Monst.
Thank you. Well then, cuties. Now that the recruiter is gone, we can sit down and have a good chat. Much has been happening within the academia, and Gafoor is paving the way for his future.
By the way, Lisa, what brought you to Sumeru? Are the nights okay with you being gone?
Of course. Jean gave me an extended paid vacation. It's rare that I get any time off, so I thought to myself, why not go on a trip and relax a little? I don't know how much of our conversation you heard, but I studied in the Spontamad Darshan at the academia for 2 years. But instead of staying at the academia after graduation, I went back to Mondstadt to become the librarian for the Knights of Favonius.
So that's why you came to Sumeru, right? To walk around and meet with your old friends and teachers.
You'd like to know, wouldn't you? Well, I guess it wouldn't hurt if I told you. After all, it was ages ago. If anything, it all boils down to a difference in philosophy. When I first came to the academia, Professor Cyrus really appreciated my work and invited me to participate in several major projects. But most of those projects ended in failure. To be honest, they went too far trying to achieve wisdom beyond mortal understanding, so failure was only to be expected. I didn't want any part of that lunacy, so I left. Anyway, now that I told you, make sure you keep it between us.
Sounds like you've experienced a lot.
I don't wish to return to the academia, even if Professor Cyrus came to ask me personally. Rather than conducting experiments day and night, I'm much more suited for working hours that start after 10 a.m., with regular afternoon tea every day.
Oh, Lisa chose to be a librarian because she doesn't want to deal with hassles all the time.
I prefer to take things at my own pace when it comes to tiring tasks like a job. And besides, being able to take regular vacations is also really... It's a pity I didn't even have time to visit that child in Gandharvaville yet. Gafoor found me just after I arrived, and speaking of which, what about you two? What brings my favorite cuties to Sumeru?
Cuties.
I see. Even I didn't expect them to be so bent on their pursuit, wanting to even surpass the Sounds like you were involved in some remarkable events again, and I was completely unaware. And to think, you were even able to handle a crisis of that magnitude. Cutie, your abilities are really beyond measure.
Cutie.
Having accomplished such a feat, I'm sure you must have a lot on your plate right now. I was actually thinking about inviting you two to walk around Sumeru. What a pity. It's very rare for us to meet like this. Oh, then would you like to spend some time with me, darling? That would be wonderful. I plan to spend the next few days visiting around Sumeru City. At the end of my stay, I'll leave from Gandharvaville and return to Mondstadt via Liyue. Who knows? Perhaps we'll bump into each other again in Sumeru City or Gandharvaville. Come to think of it, there's something romantic about such a chance encounter like this. It's like icing on the cake for this little vacation of mine.
खेलना है उसको. खेलिए.
If you see me around, be sure to come and say hello. Otherwise, I might start feeling lonely.
छोड़ दो उसको इंटरेस्टेड नहीं है खेलने में go to
I remember. You two agreed to meet Gafoor and Mount. Feel free to leave.
Pushpa Cafe. Lisa. Okay. मेरे को लगा था आई सेम है सही है सेम ही दिख रही है आई का कलर भी सेम है हाँ मैंने बोल चुका उसको हाय बोल दिया पबजी बॉस
hunt.
Which server? Asia. I mean, yeah. You guys know how to open that unlock part? This where this part. You know how to open that? Because I can't find it.
Looks like you two are ready. Very well. Let me inform you of some details. Spontamod has been involved with the ley lines for a long time, and it's imperative that their current is constantly monitored. This research project was also organized to help meet this demand. However, because abnormal fluctuations often occur in Sumeru domains, we must regularly send people deep into various domains to record the situation with the ley lines. Since it's often dangerous inside the domains, we've established a rule of only dispatching personnel with combat capabilities. It'll be your task to go into the domain and record any ley line anomalies. However, if you encounter... Well, those are all the necessary details. When you're ready, you may...
My name is Violet. All hydro string dot.
Committed to memory.
Flicker. Scatter!
Stay put.
Let's spark things up a little.
Hey, go away. Sharing my knowledge. Yeah.
Defract!
Make yourselves at home. I'm seeing stars.
Surrender and I'll be just.
Teamwork is dreamwork!
I will have order.
Yeah! Sharing my knowledge!
Solidify.
Try not to enjoy this too much. Yep.
Rise. This is order.
You're toast!
Take that.
Boba, get them! Out of the frying pan, into the
Stabilize!
Go get it, you Gray! Yeah! Sharing my knowledge!
This is order! Solidify!
The Temple of Wisdom!
Let's spark things up a little. Come a little closer.
Flicker. The process of elimination.
Booba, get them! Hey-ya!
Scatter.
For Rex Lapis! I'm going in! Yeah! Yeah! Out of the frying pan, into the fire!
The process of elimination.
Born of icy frost!
Here you are.
It's okay. Mấy điện quá mà đi ngủ. Năm. Daily commission I have to do. Okay, let's go to commission.
punching bag. Stabilize.
Give up.
Is that all you've got? Solidify. Now you're testing my patience. Say this now.
Submit. It's nothing.
Stabilize. I will have order. Is that all you've got?
I won't hold you back. Much.
As per our contract.
Call me.
है क्या? मुझे तो आज तक समझ नहीं आया।
Access denied.
Solidify.
Let's light it up.
That tingle? I got careless. new punching bag. Gather!
Born of ice and frost. All hail!
Following orders. Feeling lucky today?
Everybody stand back!
Stabilize. Order guide you. Huh. You want this one? I'll be back. Where do you think you're going?
अरे मजा यार
Solidified.
No touching.
गोल गोल क्यों घूम रहे तो एलिगेटर है।
Stabilize. Solidify.
इतना अच्छा दिखने वाला बस मीट दे रहा है। आप भाई इधर क्या कर रहे हैं?
Stabilize.
Oh. Okay, this is
Right. Solidify. I will have order. Stabilize.
Let's light it up!
Born of ice and frost.
Super Thunder.
Solidify.
Out of the way!
ये क्या है कोई बताओ। खोलेगा बट कैसे खोलेगा पता नहीं है।
I'll ensure your safety.
What are my orders?
We're here, Acting Grand Sage Alhaitham. What's our next course of action? Acting Grand Sage Alhaitham.
Looks like you haven't read any memos lately. The new Academia decree clearly states that even a sage doesn't have the authority to interfere with the Matra's actions during an ongoing investigation. If your superior were here, he wouldn't be asking me what to do. Instead, he'd be telling me to stay out of the way.
You're right. Understood. Then please wait here as we lock down the perimeter and search for suspicious persons. Ilyas, please stay here. Acting Grand Sage Alhaitham, I'll have to trouble you with the protection of our primary witness.
Sure. Though I'd rather he just protect himself.
people, just like you did back at Aru Village.
Answering a simplistic question only enables the questioner. Besides, I need him to understand my position clearly. Arav has just as many doubts about my coming along as you do. But unlike you two, he's making this matter more complicated than it is, with his considerations like the acting Grand Sage is trying to seize the Matra's powers. That question was obviously bait. The Matra were once under the influence of the sages, and so were often subject to these bureaucratic traps. The test was strictly unnecessary, though. I hope that our exchange will assure him that I won't interfere with their work this time.
Why is this so complicated?
This is why I was against becoming the acting Grand Sage from the very first. Titles and rank inevitably make a lot of things more troublesome than usual.
Excuse me, acting Grand Sage Alhaitham. I've had a question on my mind, and I need to know the answer no matter what. Have we met before?
No. I have no recollection of ever meeting you.
Haha, I thought so too. I probably wouldn't have had anything to do with someone of your caliber.
Then why did you ask?
Well, for some reason I felt a sense of familiarity when I met you for the first time.
Really? A misperception, perhaps. Or...
Acting Grand Sage Alhaitham, we've apprehended a suspect.
Siraj?
No, it's the Ksharawar researcher who has dealings with him. His name is Narendra.
Acting Sage Alhaitham? Wait, can someone please explain what's going on? I admit that I did steal some mechanical components from the lab and sell them, but does something like that really warrant the personal interest of the acting Grand Sage? What have I gotten myself into? I know I let greed get the best of me, but please, I promise that this won't ever happen again.
I would like to ask him a few questions.
Of course.
Do you know Siraj?
Yeah, that's the name of my buyer. He asked to make the transaction at the tavern, but he never showed up.
What were the details of this transaction?
He's doing some kind of experiment that seems to require many power generators and electrical components that can only be found in our project. He contacted me in private and said that he'd pay a large sum of Mora if I was willing to put some aside for him, under the pretense of them being defective parts. We had originally agreed to meet at the tavern earlier today to do the trade. I sure didn't expect to get stood up, or run into you all.
Perhaps Siraj was aware that Ilyas might leak information, so he intentionally didn't show up. Whatever the case, it seems that this lead ends here. The good news is, regardless of what Siraj was planning, his progress will now be severely hindered by a lack of power generators and electrical components. We still have time to conduct our investigation. Do you have any more questions for the suspect?
No, he's all yours. But I'd like to borrow Ilyas for a while.
Oh, that's fine. We conducted a comprehensive lie detection exam, which showed that he has a genuine case of amnesia. We're not planning to pursue any further breakthroughs on that front. However, I am curious, what do you need him for exactly?
I've read some papers regarding amnesia, and I'd like to try restoring his memories.
I see. We'll be returning to the Academia then. I'll leave Ilyas in your care.
Follow me.
Siraj didn't show up at the tavern, and Narendra didn't give us any lead. Alhaitham, are you serious about seeing things through? Paimon's pretty surprised that you're this interested in the case.
I thought you would have guessed the reason by now.
Huh?
Yes, we were classmates.
Oh, so that's why you asked to come along when Arav briefed you on the situation. So you're not here because you're interested in the case itself, but because you know the stuff.
You couldn't be further from the truth. But I wasn't expecting much from you to begin with. For the time being, all you need to know is that we were once classmates. I became the scribe afterwards while he continued his academic endeavors. He submitted a thesis 1 year ago, and the Grand Sage at the time asked for my opinion. I did not approve of it because it committed one of the 6 cardinal sins by touching upon human evolution. From violating matters regarding human evolution to attempting the forbidden and fearing none, the 6 cardinal sins are the origin of all evil in this world. My opinion was that Siraj's research...
So that's why he's buying energy sources and electrical components.
He's most likely trying to circumvent the rules and conduct his experiment in secret.
That sounds super suspicious. Oh, we gotta stop him. Ilias, can you try to remember things again? Maybe something new will pop up.
I'm sorry, but I've already tried many times. And no matter how hard I try, it feels like everything in my mind is shrouded in a thick mist.
It is possible for a person to subconsciously forget some of their memories as a defense mechanism against extreme stress. However, these memories aren't truly lost, but merely sealed away. They can be restored with the appropriate stimulus. Now, try to recall things you care about. They don't need to be related to this case.
Well, actually, I feel like I've forgotten more than just the memories of the time I was kidnapped and experimented on. The kind of person I am, the things I've done, I can remember, but I
Do tell.
The first is to get my paycheck from the academia and give it to my younger sister in Gandharvaville. I'm not sure about the details, but it seems that I would send money to my younger sister every month to pay for family expenses.
And the second thing? What's the second thing?
I can't remember. Sorry, there's just...
Not unexpected. However, you're the only one who has seen Siraj and knows the exact location of his cave at present. As such, we'll do everything we can to help you regain...
Losing your memories must be really painful. But don't you worry, we'll help you get them all back.
Oh, thank you so much. This feeling, it's more than just pain. I don't know how to describe it. I have so few memories that I don't even have a clear idea of who I am. And my head's always ringing. It feels like I could faint at any moment. But amidst all that, it also feels like I've been set free somehow. Nevertheless, I have you all to thank for bringing me... Now, I do remember that I worked part-time at a place in the academia called the Research Preparation Center. That's also where I got...
I see. In that case, let's go and find whoever's in charge there.
Next on the agenda... We're way behind schedule. Next on the agenda.
Oh, Acting Grand Sage Alhaitham. I've sent this period's research expenses report to your office.
I did. Recent research expenses have decreased quite a bit compared to past figures.
Yes, though that is primarily because there are fewer scholars with research needs. But that can be a rather convoluted...
I believe you know this individual. His name is Ilyas. He worked part-time here, and he's here for his paycheck.
Oh, yes, of course. Though, Ilyas, where have you been these past few days? That was our busy period, but then you disappeared without a word. Everyone had to pick up the slack.
I'm sorry, something unexpected came up. But I know I've caused trouble for everyone. Is there anything I can do to make up?
The other researchers have more or less finished your share of the work. However, there is one. Do you remember Chandra? You were in charge of following up on his off-site research application. He retracted his application a few days ago and canceled his off-site project. He's the 12th person to retract a research application this month. I'd like you to ask him why he did that. Chandra is probably having coffee at this hour, so you can find him.
Understood. Then, about my paycheck.
I'll pay you in full once you return. However, make sure you don't disappear without saying anything again. Be considerate to your colleagues and give them some forewarning at least. Is this acceptable?
I have no objections.
Maybe I'll borrow something to read.
We're way behind schedule. Next on the agenda. We're way behind schedule.
Ad Astra. Thank you for completing. Ad Astra at.
Next on the agenda.
Ilyas? Long time no see. What can I do for you?
I heard that you canceled your research project, so I'm just here to ask you why.
Oh, that, It's really nothing special. I just don't feel like going, and I'm not the only one who canceled, right? I mean, people have had no motivation to conduct research lately, haven't they?
No motivation to conduct research?
Yeah. Say, who might you be? You look...
Oh, don't mind me. Please, continue.
Well, with the downfall of the Sages not long ago, many of the projects that they led were put on hold while they were being investigated. With the situation being so volatile, people are picking up random things to do to kill time. No one wants to risk starting any new research until it's clear how things will pan out in the...
When you say how things will pan out, you actually mean what the new Sages would have interest in, right?
Wow, talk about blunt. But that isn't the only reason for the lack of motivation to start new research.
So what are the other reasons?
Well, because the Akasha terminal shut down. I'm sure you're all aware that we require all kinds of knowledge to perform any of the research we do. Back then, the Akasha would respond to any of our requests for the knowledge we needed. It was beyond convenient. We didn't have to spend an extended amount of time studying, so we were able to immediately run various tests and
I see.
You get it, right? After having had a taste of something so amazing, who can be bothered to manually sift through data and files ever again? There are only a handful of people at the academia who are starting new projects or performing research. Most people are like me, waiting for a recognized researcher to start a project before immediately applying to join. Although our names will be further down in the paper, we'll have a much easier time. We don't have to do most of the mental heavy lifting. All we have to do is focus on our assigned task.
Ilias? What's wrong?
My head. It hurts. I remember now. I remember what Siraj said to me as he approached. You will become Siraj number 36. Fuse yourself with a consciousness under my control. Think only in accordance with a set module. Like a worker bee in a bee.
Paimon doesn't get it. What is...
It's what Siraj was researching and the topic of the thesis he had submitted. Collective consciousness and the path of evolution. Siraj believed that by achieving 3 objectives, he could create a collective consciousness in human society and drive humans toward their ultimate evolution. First, he would rank test subjects in descending order of ability, with number 1 serving as the Overmind. This Overmind would then divide tasks into numerous modules and delegate them to the collective's members based on their assigned number. Lastly, members would share their memories and emotions to facilitate the rapid exchange of information within the collective.
Paimon still doesn't get it. What's the point of all that?
Think of it as linking many minds together and tailoring a given mind's assigned work based on its compatibility. Eventually, everyone's minds will be consolidated into a new form of existence that is both an individual and... Siraj believes this collective consciousness is superior to individual humans.
Whoa. Squishing a whole bunch of people together? Paimon...
It's just as Al-Haytham said. Siraj gave all the test subjects different numbers. Bigger numbers meant you had a lower rank, so your assigned tasks were less complex, such as being responsible for everyone's basic needs. Smaller numbers were ranked higher, so you'd be given more complex assignments like planning for the future. Siraj referred to me as number 36, and I think that was a low-ranking number. I also recall that Siraj said his plan was proceeding very quickly, and that the hive would soon be...
Oh no, then we gotta hurry! We have to stop him before it's...
I tried my best, but that's all I can remember. I still can't recall where the cave is.
Take your time. You'll eventually remember it all. However, something doesn't seem right. Some details don't add up.
What's off?
You were only designated as number 36? What a shame. From what I can see, your talents merit a smaller number.
I'm not sure what Siraj's numbering system is based on. Anyway, we're done here.
Please, wait. I heard you all talking about Siraj just now. Are you looking for him?
Huh?
Well, Siraj is pretty popular as of late. I heard he's gained recognition from a lot of well-known researchers. Supposedly, he's a strong contender for being one of the next sages. There are many who would give up everything to be a part of his research team. I'm nothing special, though, so I doubt I'd get the opportunity. That said, I do know a researcher who received an invitation from Siraj but declined it. Her name is Janaki. If you're interested, you can try to find her. She's usually reading at the pavilion in the garden.
Janki.
Next on the agenda.
Janki. Janaki.
Healthy body, healthy mind.
Are you Janaki? We'd like to ask you a couple of things about Siraj.
Ilyas?
Do you know me? I'm sorry, but I don't...
Are you playing dumb with me?
No, I'm not. I actually have amnesia, so I've lost a lot of my memories.
And? Are you trying to say that I should forgive you just because you've forgotten what you've done? Or are you using the acting grand sage as backup to settle things with me? The two biggest loners teaming up. What a terrible thought.
That's enough. There seems to be a dispute between the two of you, but I have no interest in that. I heard that Siraj once invited you to join his project.
So, what if it is? Siraj did extend an invitation to me, and I was also interested in his project. I think it was about collective consciousness or something. Anyway, he said that I could be number 45. I refused because I thought that rank was too low. No one wants to be placed at the bottom. Certainly not me.
Ilyas is number 36, and Janaki was supposed to be number 45. Ugh, just how many people did Siraj...
Tell me, did Siraj tell you how he assigned numbers?
Yeah. Remember how the sages took advantage of the Akasha and extracted Yana energy from our heads back then? They left a document that records the amount of Yana energy that the Akasha had extracted from each person. I don't know how Siraj got his hands on that document, but he used it as the basis for his numbering system.
I see. He believes that this data can be used to evaluate a person's...
Putting aside the validity of the data, it is meaningless to judge individuals based solely on their Jnana energy.
At most, Jnana energy can only be seen as representing a portion of a person's abilities. Humans are complicated beings, so it is impossible to evaluate them using a single criterion.
See? I knew I couldn't have only been ranked as 45.
What else do you know about Siraj?
That's it. He came to me, I refused, and that was the... Is there anything else you needed? If not, I'm out of here. I've had enough of this eyesore.
Please, wait, I still want to know what I did in the past.
You really forgot?
I swear, I don't remember anything.
Paimon can vouch for him. The mantra also said that he truly lost his memories.
I see. You know what? It's better this way. I get angry just thinking about it, so I really don't have the patience to fill you in. All you need to know is that you got a lot of people in trouble back then, including me. That's all I have to say. Goodbye.
And she's gone. She doesn't seem to like you very much. Do you really not remember anything?
I really don't. But after she said that, I've had this heavy feeling, and I guess I did.
Do you want to remember?
Huh?
Hi, Kilo.
Even though you're a witness against Siraj in this case, no one can force you to remember if you don't want to. Even if you manage to remember, all you would need to do...
I'm not sure what to do, but...
I can look up your file. Something that caught... Would you like me to look into?
Yes.
All right.
Beautiful treasures are a cause for great happiness.
क्या हुआ? मुंह गाय बना रहा है?
Let's split up for now. Ilyas, you go and deal with that.
Plan
The
extend
rest of
होने
you,
वाला है.
come to the archives with
अरे
me.
यार.
We'll meet back here
अब
later
क्या हो
and then
गया?
head over to Gandharvaville.
Okay. Thank you.
Relax, Ilyas. Being nervous...
That's true. I'll also try my best to remember anything else related to...
I'm holding you to that.
Next on the agenda. Maybe I'll borrow something.
किसको कोरोना हो गया? तेरे को? कितना कोरोना होता है भाई?
Okay. The important files from the last few years should all be here.
बैठ के क्या कर रहा है? फाइल पढ़ो यार. Just kidding.
What's wrong?
Nothing. Anyway, I found Ilyas's file. Let's meet downstairs.
What have I...
This file indicates that you were once commended by the academia for your courage and sense of justice. You were considered a hero.
Huh?
Yes. Your instructor was engaging in academic fraud, and you were the one who reported him. Your report was found to be true after a series of investigations, and your instructor was brought to justice by the Matra. This incident caused quite the commotion, and the academia sent you a commendation. What is it? Are any memories coming back to you?
No, it's just...
इमोशनल कर रहे हैं बक
My head feels like it's being... Did I seriously do that?
Let's put this matter aside for now. It isn't directly related to Siraj, so there's no need...
I'm sorry. That should have been something good to hear, but my body is instinctively rejecting it. I feel like I'll black out if I try to remember.
Take it slow. Recovering memories is no easy task, especially when it involves memories that you don't want to remember. Just do what you think is right.
Thank you. I'm not sure how you're so calm and composed all the time, but it does make me feel more confident about the situation I'm in.
Let's head to Gandharvaville and deliver Ilyas's paycheck to his sister.
उन लोगों का बहुत मन लगता था मेरे साथ ऐसा बोल रहा जैसे तुम्हारे घर में आके बैठ के तुमसे बात करते थे अब तुम नहीं हो तो उनका मन नहीं लगेगा कुछ भी किल यहीं पे तो एक कोई तो थी हैं कुछ दिन पहले तो बोल रहे कॉलोनी वाले चंट है आज सब प्यार कर रहे तुमसे कुछ भी
We're way behind schedule. We're way behind schedule. Beautiful treasures are a cause for great happiness.
शंट तो नहीं है
We're way behind schedule.
We should be close. Let me think. It should be this way.
Ilyas, what are you doing back here?
इसको ले जाओ कहाँ से ले जाए
Dad, it's nothing. I was just wondering how everyone was doing.
You sure everything's okay? Did they bully you again? It's all right. You can tell us. Ilyas!
I'm fine. Just a minor headache. I haven't been getting much rest.
Back then, I told you not to be a hero. Look how things turned out. I can't imagine how things are going for you at the academia. We've even been receiving threat letters.
You don't have to force yourself to stay at the academia. You can always come back home.
I'm all right. I just need...
Ilyas doesn't seem like he wants them to know that he has amnesia.
Hey! That's enough, you two. Ilyas isn't feeling well. You can keep nagging him once we get home. Ilyas, let's find somewhere to talk. So, how's your headache?
It's much better now. Oh, here, it's this month's paycheck.
Same old, same old. It's just that everyone's worried about you. Don't mind their nagging. Deep down, they know that you did the right thing. It's just that after hearing a lot of bad rumors about you and seeing all the threatening letters, well, they're mom and dad. Maybe they just want you to conform.
Conform.
Yeah. You don't remember? After the incident, Ilyas? What's wrong?
Ah, I see.
You're acting a little weird today, you know? Anyway, I understand your decision. But Mom, Dad, and I just want you to be happy.
Anxiety हो रहा है.
I don't care if you're a hero or
क्यों
not.
anxiety हो
I
रहा
just
है?
want you to
Your understanding is a great comfort to him.
Is it? That's good.
More so these two. My name is Al-Haytham, and this is the Traveler in Paimon.
Oh, that rings a bell. At any rate, I feel more at ease knowing that my brother has friends. Would you like to join us for dinner? I just happened to buy some extra food.
Sorry, but I still have things I need to take care of.
Well, that's a shame. Okay, I'll get going then.
मत
Take care of yourself, Ilyas.
जा
Don't worry. I won't do anything to make you guys worry.
You remember now?
Yes. Thanks for that. You know, you don't seem like such a bad person.
Is that your way of conveying gratitude?
Oh, my apologies. But I meant every word. Remember when I asked at the tavern if we had ever met? I said that there was a sense of familiarity, but what I really meant was a sense of loathing.
Loathing?
Yeah, but having spent some time with you, I realized that you're not someone I dislike to that extent. Strange, isn't it? Why did I have those thoughts at that time?
My strength is that I don't care about what others think. If you could also develop this quality, then you won't be as bothered by complicated social relationships.
It'd be great if I could think like you. But first things first. I remember where Siraj's cave is now. I'll take you there.
Really? Paimon remembers that you said there are two things that you had to do. We've only checked out. What about the other one? Are we not gonna do that?
There are more important things at hand. We have to stop Siraj before he completes his collective consciousness.
You're right.
Let's head out.
For the next interview, I think I'll start with these questions.
Rainforest is the best place to live.
बेचारी गिर जा रही है बताओ बॉडी में ताकत ही नहीं है इसकी
For the next interview, I think I'll start with these questions.
गिर जा रही है बताओ बॉडी में स्ट्रेंथ नहीं है इसके इसको देखो कोई टेंशन नहीं अच्छा इसको भी पड़ रहा है क्या ये परेशान हो रहा है क्या है? कुछ तो है, अच्छा दिख रहा। क्या BGMI? अरे पीछे तो ओह खेल ले। कल तेरे को इतना अच्छा लगा खेल के। मेरा BGMI आइडियल के कहाँ जाएगा कुछ ऑलरेडी फ्रेंड है हम।
This is the place.
It's so well hidden, but there's nothing spooky about it.
नहीं पर जंप
Let's go
करना।
inside and take a look.
Secret key. Resonant.
This world is full of unsolved mysteries.
हितम तो था मेरे पास। Oh, tasty.
Wait. Huh? No.
Details, crit damage, and Atharos. 180 है। लेकिन मेरा थोड़ा सा कम है crit damage इसका। 61.
Wait.
61. Crit damage. कितना सुंदर दिख रहा। वो मस्त दिख रहा। हम लोग भी कभी चलेंगे ऐसे एडवेंचर पे।
It's bigger on the inside than Paimon imagined. Are you sure, Ilyas? Do you remember this place? Huh?
I don't sense him nearby.
Did he get separated from us? Should we wait here or turn around and...
There's no need for that. Let's keep moving.
Alright. We'll continue in and see if he catches up to us.
Google एड्रेसेस क्या है अब ये? क्या सुंदर दिख रहा है, देखा तुमने? ऐसे लग रहा है कोई पुराने रूइंस में चले गए हम लोग। और मिस्ट्री है।
It's okay, Ilyas.
Hello, Emily.
You've done more than enough for me already.
I don't understand. Everyone knows that Johnny is stealing your research. Why is no one willing to go public with the truth? He shamelessly used your thesis to send in a project application. And whenever the project hits a wall, he asks you for help. Everyone knows what's going on.
Do you know how many people are working on that project? If Johnny was kicked out because of academic fraud, that'd be the end of the project. Too many people would be affected.
Raju.
But he's obviously taking advantage of you! He throws you the hardest work, and after you're done pulling all-nighters, he struts around with your research data and takes credit for it. That's not right! Why are you putting up with this?
A lot of people warn me to not say anything. And I think they have a point. This is just how things are. All I want is to graduate without any problems. It's okay. He's at least
How
paying
do you
me.
do quest?
Half a
Which
year
quest?
of your time and effort. Countless all-nighters and
Do you
casual
like to do
threats
quest?
and insults.
Yes, I do.
All for a measly 20,000 mora? He's treating people like cattle.
Enough.
You don't like it.
It's fine. I just need to suck it up and get it done.
It's fun, you know.
What's the matter? Huh? You could read minds this whole time and you never told Paimon?
Of course not. I was also able to see those memories just now. They were probably the ones that leaked out while Ilyas was connecting to the collective consciousness.
Connecting collective consciousness?
It's clear that this place isn't a work in progress. The hive has long been finished. The collective consciousness project is already not entirely. Keep walking and you'll see why.
This takes so much time. Yes, it is. I haven't done much. If you see mine, I haven't done so much quest. If you see mine, see this much I haven't done. Sometimes it's becoming boring, you know. I have like 60 quests. Do it. It's fun sometimes and it's irritated you feel. I got Zayo on 21 PT. I lost my 50-50, you know, to Mona. Already. Okay. अब किधर जाना है? Oh. Okay.
Strange. That doesn't seem right. Maybe we need to use 2 keys at once.
You cannot. चलो बाय 1:30 11 बजे मिलते हैं 11 बजे बहुत लेट हो जाता है यार किलर उसके पहले तो नहीं आ पाऊंगा कोई बात नहीं 11 बजे तक आता हूँ मैं. बाय करो.
Stabilize.
Emily, which server you are in? Asia?
Teamwork is dreamwork.
Order guide you.
Flicker.
Let's light it up.
How do you find this channel? Like scrolling or something?
I'm going in.
Scatter.
Here you are.
It's completely different from what Ilyas said. This place looks like it's been done for a while.
Contributing to the collective by only thinking to your strengths. How easy.
The scribe's work is simple.
Oh, Hatham. Just thinking of that name fills me with hatred. We must get rid of him.
An entire year's worth of work down the drain. And for what? Your reputation? Do you have any idea how many people you brought down?
You could have played hero any time. So why couldn't you have waited until the project was complete?
I don't understand what you guys are saying. Are you saying you don't care that Raju jumped to his death?
It's a shame. What happened to him? I thought he was stronger than that. Everyone has been working hard to complete the project. He could have endured for a bit longer. But he chose now, of all times, to...
In any case, we're done with you. Because of your recklessness, the Matra are putting Johnny on trial. Oh, this project is done for. None of this affects you at all. But do you know how many people, myself included, needed this project to complete their studies? Now our futures are up in the air. If worst comes to pass, we might not be able to graduate. Do you understand now?
I'm sorry.
There's no need for an apology. It's not like I'll accept it anyway. You'll pay for this.
Hey, you're blinking out again. What did you see this time?
Don't jump to conclusions just yet. Save your words for when we see him.
Just in case, why don't we take both keys with us?
Alias, this is all very strange. Is there really no research group that will take you? Well, to pass this course, you must complete a paper with other researchers. I know you're a hero for fighting academic fraud, but well, we can't make exceptions for heroes, now can we? Maybe you should try to improve your relationship with the other researchers. Getting a reputation for being too unconventional will not stand you in good stead in the long run.
I understand.
You seem troubled.
Who are you?
Where are my manners? My name is Siraj.
Siraj? I've heard of you before.
The world hates people who don't fit in. I imagine you've had your fair share of trouble. After you reported Johnny for academic fraud, you were ostracized and shunned. Even your family can't understand your action. However, I'm working on some research that will help you merge into a collective. How about it? What?
What did you see?
Paimon can't believe it! He really did trick us! That Giga Jerk! No, Siraj is the real Giga Jerk here. Ilias is just a regular jerk. Ooh, Paimon's so mad! We're gonna find him, and we're gonna make him explain himself!
You've come. I intentionally slowed my integration into the collective consciousness because I wanted to see you one last time as Ilyas. And I wanted to apologize to you as him. It was only at Gandharvaville that the second thing I must do occurred to me. Bring you all here to throw off the Matra and bring Alhaitham to the hive. That was my task as Siraj number 36.
You were already Siraj number 36? But you passed the Matra's lie detector test!
Yes, I truly did forget many things during that time, even my identity and assigned responsibilities. However, it's not that I got scared and forgot. I chose to delete. It's difficult to fool Alhaitham, so I had to create the perfect guise for myself.
And the best guise is when you believe your own lie.
Correct. I only told you that the hive was incomplete because I had deleted my memories of its completion. It was finished a long time ago. Before I left, I was already living as number 36. Now, I choose to return to that identity. Only here can I be truly free. That's all I wanted to say. After I enter this room, my consciousness will merge back into the collective.
Is this your decision?
Yeah, the person we know is Ilyas. Not Siraj number. The outside world is painful sometimes, but Paimon doesn't think that's a reason to run away.
Do you need more time to consider, Ilyas?
Hey, who are...
That.
So you're that giga jerk!
Giga jerk? Huh, how bold of you. Have I done something to offend you?
You!
I modified Akasha terminals to allow users to share memories and emotions. Then, I recruited researchers from the academia. I assigned numbers to everyone and divided the experiment's tasks amongst themselves. Here, people can live easily and happily without needing to exercise complex mental thought. This is what they have chosen. All I've done is fulfill.
You're just trying to justify.
Then I ask you, what's the difference between here and the outside? There are researchers at the academia who engage in dangerous research. People are so obsessed with collective will. Isn't that right, Ilya? There's no need to deny this, as it is fact. It is natural for social creatures to... And the terminus of conformity is a collective consciousness through which... Welcome to the hive, Alhaitham. You once arrogantly denied the merits of this project before the Grand Sage. A few simple words from you, and my research was consigned to nothingness. Of course, I'm well aware that you don't care about any of this. You don't care, but I didn't give up. I made my thesis.
When we arrived, I noticed many empty rooms in the hive.
Oh, you noticed that? Then can you guess where their inhabitants are? The answer is the academia. They're executing another phase of the plan. The plan to install me as a sage. The collective consciousness links all of us into a single mind, showcasing our individual strengths as we work together. We are able to execute complex undertakings while instantaneously modifying our strategies. Everything has been proceeding smoothly. You are our biggest obstacle. With you out of the way, I'll use my growing influence to turn the collective consciousness. The project will snowball until ultimately everyone will be part of my hive. No. The hive will be in control. And it will lead the academia.
We won't let you do this!
What can you achieve with mere words? You weren't even able to change Ilyas's mind. Return to the hive, number 36. Yes.
Wait! Don't go back! Look! There are lots of people out there worried about you. And you aren't an outcast. Aren't we your friends?
That's easy for you to say, given that you're travelers. Will you two continue to stay at the academia? When you leave, tragedy will repeat itself. Return, number 36. You know as well as I do that comforting words don't make life any easier.
Ilyas?
You two are just as arrogant as all. You think that everyone should be like you and live according to their own truths. But you don't realize that most people simply want easy lives. I allowed number 36 to leave the hive without his memories only because I knew he would eventually return. This proves that I know more about human nature than you, Alhaitham. Do say a word or two. I will consider them as your last.
I made those words quite clear a year ago. The model you presented was extremely unstable. No amount of garish packaging will change its fragile nature. It can't be helped. If you were clever enough to realize those problems, then you would have been aware that the hive changed when Ilias returned to this collective consciousness of yours.
What?
What's happening?
The collective needs motivation to execute its plans, just as machinery requires energy to operate. That's why you, as the Overmind, synchronized your hatred of me into the collective, prompting them to create and execute a plan to eliminate me. However, when Ilias returned to the collective, his memories and emotions were shared with the rest of its members. This includes his perception of me.
Thanks for that. You know, you don't seem like such a bad person. Strange, isn't it? Why did I have those thoughts at that time?
This contradicts the hatred you had provided them, and these two differing emotions will give rise to new conflict.
So that's it. Wait, so you knew that Ilias would return to the hive? And then you pretended to keep him around just to fool Sarat. Wouldn't expect any less from you, Alhaitham. Once the collective consciousness bugs out, we'll take that opportunity. Wait, it's back to normal.
Alhaitham, I told you. You're too arrogant. Did you really think that your little scheme would be enough to destabilize? Ilias's return had indeed introduced abnormal emotions into the hive, but such a meager drop cannot give rise to waves. Your struggle has been in vain, and it's time to end it. Allow me to
So many monsters. Where did they come from? And something feels off about them.
I also integrated monsters into the collective, though I ranked them last. Even so, they are part of it. Despite their lack of intelligence, perfect cooperation can— Now then.
Hey,
I've already sent my gift to the collective. It'll take some time for the recipient to You two just need to brace yourselves for the new—
Well—
Flicker.
Alhaitham isn't that bad of a person.
But it has to be done. He must be eliminated so that we can evolve.
Process of elimination. Flicker.
You see? That is the will of the collective. Even with the hatred gone, they continue their work.
Well now. Stabilize.
Let's light it up! Teamwork is dreamwork!
Here you are.
Deflect.
How bold.
Flicker.
He won't hold out for much longer.
He's a lot tougher than we imagined.
Something's gone wrong with the Academia. The mantra.
Propagate! Germinate! Everybody stand back!
Here you are.
What's going on? What's with this sudden influx of information? Silence! As the Overmind, I command you!
Gather! I will have order. Scatter!
Here you are. How bold.
How is that possible? Why hasn't it been resolved yet?
Was there an error in the judgment?
The will of the collective cannot be wrong. The Overmind must have made an error in his judgment.
But Siraj is the most intelligent among us. He is number one. His judgment is the optimal one.
Is that true? No, not necessarily.
Flicker.
What have you done?
Calm down. Don't you have an easy way to figure this out? You were only designated as number 36. What a shame. From what I can see, your talents merit a smaller number. Putting aside the validity of the data, it is meaningless to judge individuals based solely on their jnana energy.
What you said to Ilias has now become a memory shared by all members of the Hive. I see it now! You've channeled and amplified their selfish desires! You're trying to destroy my Hive from the inside out!
Human minds are not infinitely pliable, and your Hive has stretched many of them to their limit. Once your authority as Overmind starts to wane, it won't be long before your subjects snap back. Is it worth living here like a machine? Being a tool for the rest of my life? As soon as one person begins to have these thoughts, selfishness, doubt, and fear will propagate. thanks to the web of consciousness that you built. At this
Hey,
stage,
शांत हो जा यार
your
तुम।
so-called hive has already fallen.
It's not over yet. I am the Overmind! There has to be a way!
It's too late. Once the desires of the hive accumulate, beyond a certain threshold, they will kill their king.
I wouldn't have suffered such a disgraceful defeat if I was the Overmind.
My number shouldn't be so far down the list. Siraj is alive!
This isn't what we agreed to.
I should be the one in your position!
The hive shut down? What happened just now?
Members of a collective consciousness are more likely to reach a consensus because of their shared memories and emotions. For example, Ilias did have differing perceptions, but he ultimately followed the collective consciousness's judgment. However, this system is far from perfect. Based on this logic, the collective consciousness will generate an intractable diffusion effect upon encountering negative emotions. The disturbance that Ilias caused wasn't for naught. It made the collective question the Overmind.
Setbacks in the plan further amplified doubt, which
apprehension. But in the hive, where there are no secrets, negativity can spread like a few words were enough. Believe
you were already thinking of a way to destroy the collective conscience. You knew that Ilias was the bait all along? But how did you know?
I knew it from the moment I saw it. Moreover, I never looked down on you. My opinion of you has always been objective. You have a naive view towards the concepts of collective consciousness and human evolution, but you are intelligent and you would never let a test subject escape. Mistakes like that are beneath you, and you also won't leave any mistake without a resolution.
I never thought I'd hear those words come from you. But if you're saying, I know very well that you've never viewed me as an equal. When you were with us, you always had a distant look. You don't need to hide it. I know it better than anyone else. The arrogance that comes with being a genius. Nobody.
Your perspective is entirely born from your habitual way of looking at things. From your perspective, you probably think I'm like you, someone who doesn't fit in. However, I've never placed myself on a pedestal. I just want to distance myself from meaningless noise and look at everything objectively. On the other hand, you have failed to come to terms with who you truly are. You care too much about winning and how others
You mean to say that I'm the arrogant one here?
Is that not so? Arrogant and emotionally fragile. You view people as a simple, mediocre collective, while you regard me as one of your kind.
Regardless, I have...
You will stand trial, yes. But arresting people isn't in my job description. I'm just an ordinary staff member. I believe it is the General Mahamatra's duty to escort you.
Sino? What are you doing here?
I followed the symbols. Looks like things have already been settled.
Symbols?
I left a similar picture in my letter to him, and I made several similar symbols on the way here.
Wait, what do you mean you left a... Oh, Paimon remembers! When Paimon first saw you, Arav said that you had left a letter. So you really did know that something was up with Ilias from the start!
It'd be best if you didn't spout nonsense. I never employed any mode of trickery on you. By the way, I came across some information at the Academia a few days ago. If you practice the method discussed therein, your vision may improve.
Seriously? By the way, Sino, Paimon heard that Siraj sent more people to the Academia. We can't let those jerks get away!
Don't worry. The Matra have started screening suspicious persons. This was likely one factor that caused the Hive's conscious...
Good. Seems like the interesting part is already over. See you.
And off he goes. There still are a lot of...
Oh no. Oh no. I was involved in all these plans to get rid of... What came over me? How could I do something?
We were accomplices without knowing it. But I'm afraid that Alhaitham might pressure the Matra into giving us heavier sentences. Whether he's the scribe or the acting Grand Sage, we can't afford to offend him. It seems our future...
We can discuss the future later. Leaving the collective left, I didn't feel anything towards Alhaitham. Siraj made us hate Alhaitham. From how things look...
I guess we're getting what we deserve. Could you help us apologize to Alhaitham?
Sure, Paimon will help you tell Alhaitham. But whether he chooses to forgive you is up to him.
It's okay. No matter what he chooses, apologizing will make us feel slightly better.
It's time to go.
Let's go.
So, were they all due? We can ask Alhaitham about...
Looks like I can't exist as Siraj number 36. When I was at Gandharvaville, I thought about whether I should just come forward with the truth. But I didn't have the... So in the end, I lost my sense of justice. But I also wasn't able to conform.
Ilias?
Don't be sad. I'm the one who deceived you. However, I didn't come out of this completely empty-handed. The moment the hive collapsed, I realized that the collective I was always trying to fit into wasn't as powerful as I had imagined. Understanding that gave me courage somehow. Perhaps...
You can do it.
Thanks. Can you keep this a secret from my... Also, please apologize to Alhaitham for me.
All the test subjects have been taken away. I'll have my subordinates seal the place, retrieve all documentation. Are you two hurt? I brought bandages and hemostatics.
Paimon's fine. Just a little tired.
Get some rest. Alhaitham is probably waiting for you at the entrance. Go see him when you're done. Watch out for any of Siraj's associates who might still...
Okay, you stay safe too, son. Let's go meet up with Alhaitham.
The matter's settled. We can return now. I actually thought it would have been settled sooner. This took much longer than I expected. Judging by your faces, it seems like you two still have some questions. I respect your curiosity, but...
Hey, we're not your colleague!
You couldn't tell that was an excuse just now?
What? Are you kidding me? You're not leaving today until you explain what happened back at Siraj's secret base!
See ya.
Hold it right there!
Are you done? Your behavior is reminding me of some other...
Stop changing the subject!
It's too much of a hassle to explain everything from the top. You know what?
Where to?
You'll know when we get there.
ज़्यादा लंबा स्ट्रीम हो गया मेरा I shouldn't stay up. No. Bye bye.